Hey guys, welcome to Muse and Magic 1111. Thanks for stopping by my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing a celebrity reading specifically for Drake. Who doesn't love Drake, right? So Drake is in his 33rd year of life. Okay, he had a birthday on October 24th of 2019. So what happens is with the Destiny card reading, it uses the 52 card deck, which you know as playing cards, which I know as the original tarot. Our birthdays specifically align or correlate to a very specific card in that deck. For example, Drake was born on October 24th, which makes him a Jack of Hearts. I am an October 31st birthday, and that makes me a Four of Hearts, and so on and so on. I wish I could tell you what you are, but I'd have to know your birthday for that, okay? So we're going to dive right into Drake's 33rd year of life and see, based upon the planetary based upon the planetary alignments throughout this year for him, what energies will be showing up for him, what challenges, what growths, what financial successes or hardships could be coming up for him, hardships or successes in love and relationships, all that good stuff. So we're going to just dive right in. I've already laid everything out. It's a little bit different from a basic tarot where you're shuffling the deck and all that kind of stuff. This is already, there's a science to this, so it's already pre-calculated, okay, based upon the 52 card deck. And also your year, specific year of life. And Drake, again, I have to specify, is in his 33rd year, okay? He was born on October 24th. For those of you who are born July 30th, August 28th, September 26th. Again, I got cut off, sorry. So again, July 30th, August 28th, September 26th, December 20th, or of course Drake's birthday, October 24th. Only those specific birthdays are also Jack of Hearts, okay? And also, if you are in your 33rd year, this reading also applies to you. If you are a Jack of Hearts and you're not 33 years of old, then this does not apply, okay? It's very specific. I just have to keep saying that. So we're going to go ahead and just dive on in. And what I'm going to really do is tell you much about the Jack of Hearts character, the Jack of Hearts person, okay? The personality and whatnot. So Jack of Hearts people, I liken them to Casanovas. I mean, they are like romantic. They can be playboys and playgirls in their darker side. But on the lighter side of things, if they're operating from their highest self, they have a Christ-like energy, a Christ spirit. So that allows them to love unconditionally, go to bat for whoever it is that they're loving, friends, family, and the like. It allows them to step into a room or to a group of people, their friends or whoever, and uplift them like effortlessly. It's not like they have to work at it. It's just something about their energy that just makes people feel better. They also love hard. Like, they really could be very loyal, trustworthy lovers. Again, the darker side of that is that they can also be playboys and playgirls, right? Also very immature. As for the Jack, it's like very young, happy-go-lucky, right? Can be a little immature at times if they're not careful to maintain balance. So Jack of Hearts people are born leaders. Born leaders. They, again, are just like light, right? To the people around them, and they just draw people near and draw them in. Typically, they have to be the most successful at their craft or in their arena, whatever their career. So they're very driven people. Again, I must say the most important message for the Jack of Hearts people is that in all of their martyrdom and sacrificing, they have to be mindful of maintaining balance and making sure that those things are not to a fault, so to speak. Okay? So that's your Jack of Hearts person. And we're going to just dive right in now to Drake's planetary seasons of this year so we can see what he's going to be coming up against for the next 12 months. Okay, so here's my disclaimer before moving forward into Drake's Pluto season. I had to make a lot of notes for this reading because it could be very, very extensive when you do a destiny card reading for a full year out. So if I'm looking down, it's because I'm just glancing at my notes. So forgive me for that in advance. And we're going to go ahead and get started. So the Pluto season is pretty much gives us an outlook of the whole year ahead, the specific energies we can look at, expect throughout the whole year, because they're going to show up for us in different ways, and we're going to keep having to chip away at whatever those energies are, get through the lessons, get through the messages, meaning if there's messages of health issues or whatever, just really work on those things. Okay, so in the Pluto, Drake has a 7 of Spades. This is a highly spiritual card, and it just insists that you take a look at your work and your health. Again, it asks us to take a deeper look at health and work-related issues, habits. Okay, this season is usually, when this kind of comes up, it usually pertains to health issues, health problems. But again, I have to note that people always think that health means it has to be something that shows up and it's some ailment that is like, chronic or, just really crazy. It does not have to be that. Sometimes health is just emotional health, right? Taking good care of yourself, self-care. Those are the messages when we talk about health that could be coming up. It doesn't mean that someone's going to fall ill or, pass out or heart attack out, any of those things. So just be mindful of how you interpret this and how it comes to you, because I am reading for only the Jack of Hearts person who was in their 33rd year of life, including an expected. So this card shows up because it's just challenging us to address those negative feelings we've been harboring about our work situation, our work or career, or our health. And it's insisting that we face them and that we get through them, that we deal with them, heal them, whichever. Moving towards success, this is about setting personal goals and just reaching them, just doing what it takes to get to your personal goals. I know oftentimes people think, because you're a celebrity, you've reached all of your goals. Like, what else could you possibly want to do? But there are always levels to success and also achievement. So even though someone has reached what we would think is a level of success, people still have their own personal goals, higher heights that they're trying to attain. Okay, so we're going to move ahead into the Mars period. Mars season for Drake basically started on February 6th, and it will proceed to the 30th of March. That is his Mars season. And the Mars season just tells us about the aggressive energies that will be manifesting, in our life at that time, the outcome of various legal matters, and then also how we relate to men at that time. So in this area, you have an Ace of Clubs. So this energy just bestows a very aggressive quest for knowledge of self-improvement. You'll notice a lot of that at this time. A lot of our stars, a lot of our celebrities, a lot of people on the planet in general are just having awakening moments, epiphanies, seeking knowledge of self and higher self. Seeking knowledge for power, and then also aggressive communication with men are also in focus. So men, typically, I'm not surprised about the aggressive nature of this, because this could be collaboration, this could be business deals or proposals or opportunities with other men. So however that resonates. Then there's also the possibility of just needing or seeking specific knowledge as well for a legal situation or legal proceeding. Okay? A more aggressive pursuit of knowledge just as a whole for various different things. But I think what really resonates with me right now, what keeps coming up in spirit for me, is that this quest is going to be more or less about self-improvement. It's going to be more or less about spiritual transformation. That's what I'm feeling. I mean, spiritual growth. Okay? So next we have the Four of Diamonds in the Mars period. Now remember, this is from February to March 30th, the end of March. These are energies that will be coming up and showing up for you. So the Four of Diamond brings aggressive capacity to make money. Yes, that hustle, that go get it. As I think it, as I speak it, so it shall be. That. It can also indicate satisfaction with a legal matter or some tax situation that has to do or involve some other masculine energy as well. Remember, this is a time of just the relationships and affiliations with men for some reason. This is what this season represents as a whole. So it looks like everything is looking good, right? Life is good, as the song with Future, right? Life is good. This time should be a very happy time and successful time for you if you get out there and you're aggressive in your goals and achieving and accomplishing your goals. Okay, so next we have the Jupiter season. This is from March 30th to May 21st. Okay, this tells us the nature of business. It is the card of the most blessings. It tells us how to get the most out of business, right? So in Jupiter season, you have Six of Hearts. This time is a likely time for you to receive some really great love karma for all the good that you have given to others in the past, right? This it's like an effort that you have of taking responsibility and a willingness to make compromises in your love and friendships, and those things are now bearing fruit now at this time and in this season, because everyone is showing up to you to want to bless you, to give you something, to return a favor, right? So this is an awesome time. They want to repay you in some way, form, or fashion, right? So yeah, this is a high time of return and happiness for you, a time of harvest and peace, okay? Domestic harmony, basically. Okay, and then you have Five of Spades, which indicates a change for the better, right? A new home, new opportunities and career. Any moves for travel at this time are favorable and rewarding. A lot of money could be made during some type of a business trip or transaction or something like that. This can also indicate a time of money changing hands. So this could be business deal. This could be inheritance, but money changing hands, coming into your hands. Okay, so that's always good, right? And then any changes, like in maybe these changes are long overdue in this area of your life, but follow the hunches of your own intuitiveness, of your own inner restlessness, because those are guiding you. It's guiding you, like they're speaking to you. Also, this would be a great time for, if you are selling something, you have a product, entrepreneurship, whichever, this is a great time for that, okay? A great influence in this Jupiter period to be able to do that. It will be very profitable, okay? So then we're going to go ahead and move on along to the next season, to the Saturn season. And Saturn is going to take place at the 21st of May, and it's going to last until July 12th, okay? Saturn is... that season particularly tells us, where we're going to have the most difficulties and challenges with our health. And we spoke about that a little bit earlier, right? When we spoke on Pluto and the energies that we're going to be running throughout the whole year. So those health issues. Again, remember, health issues does not have to mean a specific ailment or anything chronic. It could mean mental and emotional health. It could just mean paying more attention to a different regime, something that's going to keep you or get you in a healthier position. Okay, so I don't want to scare anyone off thinking that, health issue is going to equate to something like crazy happening, or totally unexpected and just, out there. Okay, so you have a Ten of Hearts in this particular season, right, representing this. So if there are any illnesses or anything like that, any adversaries, so to speak, at this time in your life, you'll have the power to overcome them. So that's a really great card to have. It's the card of overcoming any difficulties, anything like that that's showing up for you in your life, right? This is also going to be a high time of success as you are dealing with groups of people. Again, you're a Jack of Hearts. It's not hard for you dealing with people, making them feel uplifted even through your craft, through your music or whichever. So this is going to be a very successful time as it pertains to you dealing with groups of people, although you might have to work a little harder for it at this time. This is just a time where your popularity may become a bit of a burden, okay, during this period. What that could just mean is sometimes you might have to be on when you don't want to be on. You have to be, out when you want to be in, like that kind of thing, and kind of battling that. I just feel like that could become a bit of a struggle, because anytime we're going through any type of self-reflection, self-transformation, seeking knowledge of self, sometimes you really just kind of want to get isolated and go within. And I know as a celebrity, as someone who's always working hard, again, remember that's a very Jack of Heart trait, just being a born leader, being out there and being the best at your specific craft or career. So again, sometimes wanting to go inward or be, just kind of isolated or in hibernation is sometimes seemingly impossible. I could imagine even with the Christ energy or the Christ right spirit, even thinking how that was a part of Jesus's, journey. Like, I'm sure there were many times, although they don't speak about that in the stories of him, where he wanted to possibly just be, just to myself and get some downtime, where you were constantly on, constantly being called upon. Okay, so just keep that in mind for this particular time. There's also the 10 of Diamonds in this particular area in this season. So this will bring, again, financial success. Life is good. This could also mean success in the matters of health or some authoritative figure in your life. Possibly an inheritance coming in. And with this, money can also come hard work and responsibility. So just be mindful of that. This can also represent a financial success is somewhat delayed due to the ill health of yourself or someone else. When I hear inheritance and possibly the health of someone else or yourself, again, think about what happens for inheritance. Typically, there's usually death or something like that. Now, I don't want to scare anyone. That does not mean that is how this is going to happen. So just be open to how universe brings this to you. This is just the energies based around it. So again, there's an authoritative figure that this could basically come from or represent. Okay, this is a card of success though for if you are a Jack of Hearts person who is in the healing business, like you're a doctor, a nurse, a healer of any sort. This is a very successful time for you. Okay. So next we're going to move on to Uranus. Okay, Uranus is going to be from August 12th to September 2nd. Uranus represents unexpected changes to friendships and relationships or real estate. Okay, so we have a Queen of Hearts here in Uranus. This can bring unexpected or unusual marriage or romantic encounters. Kinky sex is indicated here. Woohoo! And then also your romantic partner so again, your romantic partner or marriage may seem unpredictable at this time. For Drake, since he's not married, we'll just go with a partner. Someone that he's possibly dealing with or dating. This could represent. It can also be a time to allow for some personal freedoms. In relationships we tend to think and act as if we own people, right? We have to put all these expectations and these limitations on them. And so this is a time that's indicating that there needs to be some allowances for personal freedoms in your personal relationships, like let go of attachments. I think that's a really big lesson for you this year. Perhaps you might need a little space yourself, right? You can reach higher levels if you just you can reach higher levels in your relating with whoever you're with, okay? If you both allow each other to breathe, some breathing room, some breathing space, freedom to be yourselves. What tends to happen is when we put the clamps down on people and we try and set up all these don't do's, you can't do's, and these limitations, we force people to not be able to be authentically themselves with us, and thus starts the lying or the deceiving or just not speaking our truth. And we never want to do that, because if you don't have truth, if you can't live in your truth and be your true self, authentic self, then what do you really have, right? An illusion. Okay, so again, this is a time for just giving each other space, possibly. Yeah, just create some space, So women of heart suits right now may also seem unpredictable. And possibly now, not only just now, but throughout the rest of the year. And it's okay. Allow for them to do whatever it is that they need to do. Even if it means, I don't want to say separation, but just space and time alone and apart, okay? You know how this resonates, okay? So just allow people to be themselves. Allow your partner to be themselves, okay? Because a good friendship stems from unconditional love and acceptance. And remember, you are a Jack of Hearts. You are the ultimate bringer of unconditional love, right? That Christ spirit that you have naturally. Okay, loving people through it all, having compassion, loving even sometimes to a fault, like, at the sacrifice of your own happiness sometimes. You have to be very mindful and careful as a Jack of Hearts person to not get into the broken wing bird kind of thing, like, getting with a woman because you feel like you can heal her. Okay, that goes with that kind of martyrdom situation. Okay, so we also have King of Hearts in this season, right? King of Hearts shows up because it talks about strong psychic abilities, strong psychic powers, hard work and leadership, leadership and service to others. That's, again, just a very natural Jack of Hearts trait, just serving others. Again, that Christ spirit, volunteer, that kind of thing. But again, psychic powers is what stands out for me, because remember, this is a year where you are going to be seeking, remember that was your Pluto, seeking knowledge about self, about going introspective, about your personal journey, so to speak, your personal transformation. So just keep that in mind. This is pertinent at this time, right? That's going to come up for you, you tapping into some of your own psychic abilities, which, so this is also a time where, your love could also produce unexpected, satisfying results as well. Gosh. Psychic powers just keeps coming up. I don't know. Like, they're gonna start giving a hand or being at the forefront of all that you do. So what that really feels like to me, just intuiting, is that you're going to start listening to that inner God voice, that inner voice you have guiding you for the decisions that you're going to be making, both in relationships and as it pertains to career, even in business, or just in business and in opportunities. Like, just listening to that inner God voice. And earlier it was saying your inner restlessness, because sometimes that's how our psychic powers show up for us. We get a little bit restless, or and that restlessness just kind of helps to guide us sometimes, either warn us sometimes or forewarn us. And there's other, things that we sense as well. It doesn't have to necessarily be restlessness, but just trust your inner guidance, trust that inner voice, trust your inner intuitiveness, okay? This can also be a time indicating a time of unexpected pregnancy, even a birth of a child, okay? So if not that, then maybe just an unexpected situation as it pertains to children, okay? But this is definitely a successful time in your romantic life, okay? Men of hearts will also be very unpredictable at this time and possibly throughout the year. Can't tell you who those people are unless I know their birthday, but you can definitely Google, destiny card for someone's specific birthday and figure out what type of card and suit they are, what number and suit they are in the 52 card deck. And all that would basically mean is probably just not to come into contract with or do business with people who are wishy-washy, okay? Men of hearts, certain men in your life that could possibly be just indecisive, okay? This might not be a smart idea to kind of go into business or any type of contracted situation with them at this time, okay? So last but not least, we're going to go into the Uranus season, which is going to be from September 12th throughout the next birthday, which will be ending on October 24th. That will complete your solar return. And basically, what you have, it'll be your Neptune season. Neptune basically shows up for us, and it just kind of just gives us the secret desires of our hearts. It talks about those secret dreams and goals that we still have hidden somewhere, secrets, right? That no one else knows of. Maybe just our spirit guides and our angels and our higher self, right? So in this particular season, you have a Ten of Spades. Okay, so with Ten of Spades and Neptune, basically what that pretty much shows up to tell us is that this could be be a good measure of success in this particular time as it pertains to like travel or distant interests. So maybe distant could mean foreign business or foreign relations or something like that. This could also be connected with health, right? Drugs, alcohol, something that is secret or hidden. You know how that resonates. Again, it doesn't say so much addictions, but remember this time your Pluto does indicate that this is a time to take and pay more attention to your health. So even if this is prescription stuff or whatever, just being more mindful of what is going into the body, how we're caring for the body, what changes we need to make to our daily routine so that we can be at our optimal levels of health, right? And then lastly, like, this could indicate, success basically in achievements of long cherished dreams. Remember those secret desires of our hearts, like something you've been really wanting to do like forever. This is a time now that could come into fruition, or that at least the time will be favorable to make those things happen. Spiritual studies are favorable at this time, and ambitions. I mean, again, like this keeps coming up as well for a lot of people, but I'm just speaking of you, of Drake, of you, Jack of Hearts, in your 33rd year of life people, that this is a time for spiritual quest, spiritual transformation, really seeking and going deeper to find out more about the self, about yourself, your higher self. Okay, so this is definitely favored at this. So yes, that pretty much sums up Drake's solar return from 2019 to 2020. It looks really awesome. I'll say, man, the odds are forever in his favor this year, right? Great outlook on love, great transformational things happening, going inward, asking questions, seeking knowledge of self, making really great choices in business and career. So that's leading to further financial success, inheritance possibly coming in, or money exchanging hands. So money's coming in from unexpected places. Like, wow, life is good. I can't say it enough. Like, that was just an awesome title to a song and prediction to his life this year. Life is good. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. Thank you so much again for tuning in. I'll see you. Until next time, love, wellness, wholeness to you. Remember, in all you're getting, get understanding. Love is the highest vibration of all. So remember, through all things, for all things, love brings change. Peace.